Welcome back to Disturbing the Priest. I am joined by the band Infected. I am so happy to be joined by you guys. I discovered you guys a couple months ago, and I know you have an EP on the way, and I'm excited to talk about it. How are you guys doing? What's up?
What's up, bro? We're all doing pretty good. We just been recording here in my bedroom. Stuff has been real busy. Got a show upcoming, so yeah, we've just been pretty busy now.
Nice. Now, I definitely want to get into like the band's history and everything. So, just like in general, how did you guys all meet?
Uh, I would start off by saying me and Liam over here on drums. We met in elementary. In what grade?
Fifth, or we met in first grade.
Yeah, so we've been friends since first grade. Ricky, we met in middle school in seventh grade. And then Wyatt, we met at an old music school we used to go to here in Riverside called Rock Stars of Tomorrow. It was like a music school program. And one day I just like heard him playing like Metallica right in front of me. I was like, hey, you want to be in my band? And that's how it kind of started.
So, Metallica is the band that pretty much got everything started.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the full recruitment process then for everybody?
Okay, so he in fifth grade he had a teacher that was like that taught everyone in his class how to play guitar. And that kind of made him like, oh, I'm gonna start a band. And like it was just at first I thought it was like a joke. I remember like in the band he wanted me to be the photographer and stuff like that. And then I started kind of looking into the drums, and he was like, I need a drummer. And so I started playing the drums, and it was just me and him for a while. Just playing in this bedroom, just playing covers. I like a lot of Black Sabbath and just a lot of Metallica and all that. And then we started going to the music school that we mentioned earlier, Rockstars of Tomorrow. Um, and that's where we recruited him. And then we've gone through a lot of different lineup changes. I wasn't in the band for a long time. He wasn't. It's like, this band hasn't stuck. Me and him have since came back, and there's been different drummers and different guitarists. Um, but since we came back, we kind of became friends with Ricky, and we got him into to say the same way that he got me into playing music. We kind of got him into playing it, and he was like, you know what, I want to play guitar, and so we needed a bass player, and we were like, nah, hop on bass, bro, and he fits right in.
Picked it
So
up so
yeah,
fast,
he
dude.
picked it up so
Nice.
fast. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was everything kind of just fell in place. So ever since everything's been flowing real good. Everything's been real cool.
Awesome. It's just so crazy how like young some of you guys met. You're saying
Yeah.
shit like, yeah, in preschool I heard some kid listening to Slayer and then like invited to,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome though. It's really cool to hear, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the band formed in what, 2020? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's kind of like what we would say when it formed, but like realistically, I would say like what, 22?
Yeah, 2022.
Like around that time is when the band really kind of formed, but the name Infected and the idea of me starting a band and like the beginning of like the writings, like some of the riffs I wrote in 2020 are going to be on the upcoming album, but 2022 is really when it kind of like became to a real band. Yeah.
Nice. But like it was the concept of Infected
Yeah. Yeah,
was
exactly.
yeah. Is that like a zombie reference or something? Because I know there's a lot of horror elements
Yeah.
of this band.
Well, yeah, it's crazy you mention that because no one ever says that. But if you really think about it, how it started, in a way it could be. So the name Infected, like previous to what we originally called ourselves, it was just me and a friend, Jaden Coleman, in fifth grade. We called it Gore Mountain. I don't know where the name came from, but it was Gore Mountain. And it was like I spelled it Gour. He's like, bro, that's not even spelled Gore. I was like, oh, well, whatever, dude. But that was just the name that we had for our band, and our logo was like a he had a metal, like a metal cup where you like drink water, and he had like a sticker. It was like a green zombie guy. So I was like, okay, that's our mascot. And one day he just texts me, and I wake up out of my sleep. I'm like, yo, what happened? He's like, we gotta change our name. I'm like, why? He's like, dude, there's a mountain that's called Gore Mountain. I'm like, who cares? I'm like, dude, it's not like we trademark our band name. He's like, we just can't use it. I'm like, all right. So I think of the logo of our mascot. I'm like, what about infected? Because the guy was like oozing like weird stuff, and it was all green. He looked like infected. So I was like, what if infected worked out? He's like, nah, I don't like it. I was like, all right, then I'm gonna start a band called Infected.
That's great. And it's like, yeah, I like the whole idea of a like a mascot. Do you guys even have one right
Uh,
now or no?
nah, not really. I
Yeah.
mean, when we were little, we always kind of wanted something to represent us, but as of right now, we don't really have anything.
If you do, it should be a zombie though. That's like
Yeah,
perfect, right?
it's got
No, that's sick. So when did you guys start like navigating the scene, like jumping into that whole world?
Um, oof. We I guess before I was like, because I was infected for a little bit, and then I was not in the band for a long time, and they were playing lots of
we were playing
clubs.
like pay to play shows, like
Yeah.
Pain Reaction and like the Whiskey. We were playing shows like that here with like our old lineup that was still infected, but it was two other guys that were like local. And we were just playing like clubs here, and there was, it was kind of dead. There wasn't really like any people. And I was like, all right. And then that kind of broke up, and me and Liam got back together. And that's where we're like, okay, we really got to like, know what we're gonna do, book the right shows, because we learned we were booking the wrong shows, and like everything was kind of turning in weird. So me and Liam got back together. We got our old friend Angel. It was just us three, no bass player, and and we found out about a thing called backyard shows. We didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, what's a backyard show? So we started going to them, seeing what they are, and oh my god, man, it was like a whole universe we didn't know. We're like, dude, we're living in this scene and we didn't even know this is going on. It's like it was crazy, dude. We're like, where's the scene at? But we were just so like naive to like the whole scene that was actually going on. So we started booking backyard shows, and from there we kind of like grew our name, and our we just grew from there, playing in backyards, like super nasty places.
Yeah.
Nice. Like just starting in the gutter, like whatever the fuck. You know,
Yeah,
it's
whatever
it's
we could get.
yeah, it's crazy, man, because I've had like Vexum on the show and everything, and they've been talking about like backyard shows, and they were saying
Yeah.
during like the pandemic, shit was like crazy because like it would be illegal, I guess, and you'd have like choppers flying over if like
Oh,
word got out, and there were like police raids and everything from like just like shows, like
yeah,
backyard shows, parking lot shows. It's fucking crazy, some of that shit that went on.
yeah. We
Uh,
weren't part of that, but yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's kind of before, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
when we were still in like fifth grade and stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, fair enough. So I do want to get into like the horror element of this band. Like, where
Yeah.
does that come from? Does that like originate from like way back? Because you were saying like Gore Mountain and shit, and it seems like it's always kind of been an interest.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about me and horror and metal, but since I was little and I got into metal, I always thought the aspect of like horror movies and metal, they just like collided perfectly. So I was always like, if I make a band, I'm gonna make a band that sings about The Exorcist and The Mummy and stuff like this, or like just old movies. I've always thought that was so cool. So and I've always loved like Halloween and horror and all that stuff. Like I just remember since I was little, I couldn't watch any normal movies. It just had to be like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Halloween. Those were the only movies that sparked my interest. So I think just like colliding my stuff that I really had interest for made it like more. I don't know what the right word is, but I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, like I agree. Like I can relate, man, because like I remember being a kid. Like people would like show me like Disney movies, and like this is my childhood. It's like I grew up with like fucking Alien and like Tremors and shit. You know, I didn't have a childhood, unfortunately. But,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you guys have like a top three like slasher picks?
Oh, dude, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is definitely up there.
Right.
Halloween, yeah.
Mm.
And
I'd say personally, Friday the 13th, 4. That's
yeah.
one of my favorites. Sleepaway Camp
Yeah, I was about to
is
say that.
like
Like,
a banger. Yeah.
Yeah, we,
Dude.
we took a lot of inspiration from that whole aspect of the movie into like a theme with our recent single. Like we want to collide those type of like themes. Hey, we love that movie.
I can tell. Yeah. Even like the cover kind of reminds me of like that whole 80s slasher.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get into the single, man. So like, what can you tell me about like the writing process of it?
The writing process was different than all the others. For this song, we decided to push ourselves in the process of the writing. Why? How would you say we did it?
Shit, man, I was on vacation when you sent me the idea.
Mm.
Oh yeah, what'd you put that together in like a week?
Yeah, it took me a week to like really think of everything how I want the song to go.
Nice. So that's
Um,
it. It just took like a week.
Yeah, it was just a week. I sent the guys like, okay, guys, I have a master plan of this song. I was like, you guys gotta hear me out. They're like,
yeah.
bro, like, what are you thinking, bro?
Yeah.
I was like, guys, listen. I was like, I have a song idea that's like Friday the 13th and Sleepaway Camp had a song. And they're like, all right, bro. And I was like, all right. I was like, just imagine this image and listen to the song. And I sent them these random riffs and I like programmed some drums. And I was just like, listen to it. They're like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm not hearing your vision. I was like, just wait. I was like, trust the process. So I was like, all right, you guys got to come in, record the song. And I remember everyone's like, record it. We don't even know it. And I was like, it's fine. We just record it here in my room and write it at the same time. They're like, all right. So we kind of like recorded and writed it in the same time, I guess. And it just turned out to be how it was.
That's really insane to hear because it's like a really well put together song. Like even like the production also is
Yeah,
like
thanks, man.
really clean, like the layered vocals and everything. It was like it just seems very polished. That's I was curious about the production. Were you guys like fully hands on for that?
Uh, Not really. It was kind of me just tweaking all the sounds how I imagined it for it to what
What?
for how I imagined it for it to be. But I kind of just mixed and mastered the full song.
Damn. So you didn't hire like a producer or anything?
No, no.
Because it sounds like really great for just like fuck
Yeah,
it, I'll
thank you.
just like a DIY track.
Yeah, yeah. We just recorded it here in my room, and I mixed and mastered it, and we released it like that.
So the EP, is it like the same thing? Like, did it have kind of the same process with this track?
The one we're gonna release.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be an album, but yeah, it's gonna be the same thing.
Okay, so what was it originally going to be an EP? And now
Yeah,
it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was originally like a five song EP. Or like, nah, we our songs are ready. Why not just record five more and make it more?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Yeah,
feel like that's like, I do miss albums. A lot
yeah,
of thrash metal bands just put out EPs now because it's like, well, it's like kind of the TikTok world and we just have to get shit out there. But I don't know. I do fuck with the full length.
yeah, yeah.
So I find that really cool. So I know the EP was scheduled for like what it was like last summer, I believe.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So
dang, yeah. So me and Liam, it was just me and Liam too. That's when we were still experimenting with our sound as a band. I was going through like okay, I was tired of my vocals, and I was like, okay, I gotta like change up my vocals. So I started singing more like death style, like death metal. And I just remember we recorded the EP and we just put it out. We didn't even like really listen to the whole thing. We just put it out. The next day, Liam calls me. He's like, "Bro, take it down." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Take it down, bro." He's like, "Bro." He's like, "Really?" He's like, "We've been working so hard for this for years, and this is our outcome." And we're like, "Yeah, you're right." We're like, "Fuck it." We had it up for one day. I forgot, but like one song on YouTube had like 800 streams in like an hour. We're like, "Dude, we can't." We're like, "We have to though." But it was so weird. And
that's
then
so fucking crazy.
yeah, yeah, we were kind of in a way disappointed. We were like, oh dude, like it's just not how we expected our first EP to sound. So after a whole year of rewriting and all this stuff, more experiment, we're not I think now we're ready to fully release a full album now.
Most of the songs are rewritten.
Yeah, most of it.
So when you say rewritten, to like what extent? Like most of the riffs, the solos, like what percentage of the songs?
Were the songs that we dropped like on the EP, were they the same as they are now?
No,
We wrote
no.
those. I mean, we added so many like just new parts. Just like we rewrote all of like the main riffs to the songs. I mean, it's just they're totally different songs now. So it's like from when we dropped them, you know?
Yeah, I would say like the riffs are still there. The main riffs of the song are there, but there's definitely different like gateways to another riff, or like there's different solos.
More dynamic.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
dynamic. It's
They
more.
were very simple.
Yeah, the songs back then were like more punk, like straightforward, just play da. But now it's more. It gets a little technical, but we're not pushing too technical. We're still keeping it back and laid back a little bit.
Yeah, because I love the single, man. And if it's in like the same vein as that, then like I'm really excited because everything you're describing is that single.
Yeah, that's how it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
that's really awesome. So, like, is there like a planned release date, like a vague release window with that?
Not as of right now. We're not trying
Window,
to.
yes.
We haven't
Oh.
promised anything because I think we're just taking our time.
Yeah, we're kind of. Yeah,
Because when we dropped the EP, I mean, we rushed the shit out of
Yeah.
ourselves. Like, okay, so when we dropped it, it was like, no, we got to finish it by tonight so then we can drop it, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like, that's when, and I remember we dropped it, and then, like, what we, like, used to put it out on streaming platforms, it, like, took, like, another week after we thought it was going to be up. So then it was like, when it just finally decided to get onto those streaming platforms, it just sound like shit. But now it's like, I think we're taking our time more, and we're just making sure that, we're not gonna give a certain date before it's even done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would say once it's fully done and we all hear it, then we'll give a date. But
Cool.
as of right now, we're just aiming for like more of a month when it's gonna be done. But soon, pretty soon.
Well, I'm for it, man, and I like understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
So it's just like right now, just grinding out the shows, doing as many as you guys can, right?
Not really so much of the shows, more just of the recording, kind of. Yeah.
Got it. Just like really bunkering down in the studio right now.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the stuff you guys have on YouTube. You have like a couple covers and stuff. Is that like in the main rotation when you guys play live? Do you have like main covers
Yeah.
you play?
We try and switch it up as much as
We
possible.
do switch it up a lot.
Yeah.
But the Ranged, the Exodus cover that we played at the Whiskey, we've been playing that song, and we've been opening our sets with that song for quite a bit of shows now. So that's one of the ones that's in the main rotation right now.
Such a good opening song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that it's a nice song to do because there's so many like stereotypical thrash covers a lot of these bands play, and like that's a really nice one to like pull out. Some
Yeah.
cool stuff. Toxic Waltz also a banger. I think I saw that on your like TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
a
just
fun one.
fucking crazy to say now, but that's what you guys have to do. It's like this whole TikTok world and social media. Do you guys feel like a lot of pressure from
Yeah.
social media? Yeah.
That's where we get all the pressure. We I mean, at first, when we first started this band, we're like, no social media, no cringy stuff.
Yeah.
We're like, that's not metal. But we're like,
I have to.
yeah, we have to. It's like, we're not gonna die knowing we didn't try everything we possibly could. So, I mean, if it takes to be cringy to get, fans out there, screw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
You never know. Dave Mustaine might have been crawling around and stuff
Yeah.
on camera if
Yeah.
if Megadeth started today. It's just crazy, man. It really is, and it's like you have to just be like, fuck it. It's the whole like we're bringing '80s thrash metal back, kind of TikToks and stuff, and it's like it's cool. There's a lot to appreciate in a lot of that stuff, but at the same time, like I can see the pressure for sure. And any like band performer, so like what is your like approach to that? I know you touched on it a little bit, but like going forward with like the social media and everything.
Posting what matters is always our first like thing. Like always post, what's very engaging towards the fans and everyone out there. But I don't know. What would you say?
I say, I say just try and get as many ideas as we can to, put up and out there. Just, I mean, it's literally whatever it takes. Like, just to try and get people to see it. And I can say that I think I think we've tried and stayed away from that. Like, the one video that we've always like tried staying away from posting is like we're bringing back 80 or that one. That's the drummer. Guess who the drummer is? Or like we're bringing back 80s thrash metal. because it's like, it's like,
We'll get shit on.
yeah,
obviously.
I don't really want to say that we're bringing it back. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, Thrash didn't. I don't want to say that Thrash ever died. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't want to say that any of that stuff. But we try and just. Nate helps us with a lot of ideas too.
Yeah, Nate
Our friend,
Grziak.
yeah, our friend Nate who does all these funny TikToks and stuff. I mean, he helps us with ideas and what to post on TikTok and stuff like that. So it's not always like ideas coming from us. We just try our best.
Yeah.
Well, you got some like good ass footage on there too of like you guys playing and everything. That's like cool to see,
Yeah.
but like following trends, it's like I feel like some of these bands focus more on being social media influencers than like actual fucking musicians.
Right.
Some
Right.
of it is like, they're playing like big festivals and it's like, I don't know. Like I've listened to some of it and it's just, and when I hear you guys, there's so much like originality in there. And it's like, it's cool to bring back 80s thrash, but like have like your own sound and like message.
Right,
And like, I think what you guys are doing is like really cool. And like, you just have like one song on Spotify, but it's
Yeah.
like really promising, especially with like what you guys are planning next with like a full release, so I'm really excited for it. Now I assume maybe since you're so focused on writing this thing, you haven't looked at this yet, but like are you planning any like physical media with it, CDs, merch, vinyl? Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah, it's all ready to go. We have a full line of merch ready. 12-inch records and CDs are gonna also be, pressed. But our friend Tyler Heath from the band Regiment, shout out to him. He's planning on releasing some cassettes for us, so hopefully that could happen with this album. But yeah, a full line of merch is gonna be brought with a full album, and trying to think what else. Just a whole bunch of merch and stuff.
Nice. I
As
know.
of recently, the website's up, right?
You shouldn't say that, bro.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, it's up, but it's not up for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like a Wix website or
A
something.
Shopify.
Nice. Yeah, well, I think, and I'm just suggesting something. I know, like you kind of scrubbed the internet of that EP or whatever because it wasn't done, and it makes sense. But what do you think about like maybe putting it out as like a demo EP? Since it's like so different from what's about to come out, or is it like even just so unpolished where it's not even worth it?
Yeah, it was. In my opinion, it was just so like undone, and you could just hear how rushed it is. It's just like it's not even worth it, I guess. And it's like, yeah, I'd say it's bet. I feel like for us, it would be, but maybe in the future, I guess maybe you just put it out there as like,
Yeah.
if we have a bunch of music out, it's like, hey, here's something we did when we were
little.
all 15. So,
When you do like a 30th anniversary box set or something, maybe.
yeah, something like that, like. But for right now, I feel like it's just we need to like build up this this album and like I feel like we wouldn't drop that EP with the same songs on it until like later on, because like
Yeah. So what do you guys do to like make sure you have like that element of originality instead of just being like we're just going to be Metallica 2 or like another Exodus? Like how do you go about finding that original element of your band?
I would definitely say we all have different influences. Like we all listen to different stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of music that we listen to that people wouldn't expect us. Like a lot of rap music, I won't lie. I mean, we're kids. We're surrounded by this stuff at school, so we do get a lot of inspiration, like stuff like little noises from rap music, jazz, anything. But we all have different like main genres, and I think us writing together and adding our little touches definitely makes it something fresh and unique.
Or like Madonna, the Gummy Bear song,
Yeah.
right, of course, yeah, right.
I checked out your influence playlist and it was so fucked.
No way.
Yeah.
On Spotify, it's like I'm like, oh, that's cool. I can see like what I was like, what the fuck? But that like it's
Dude, the Gummy Bear song is definitely like what
I can hear it.
influenced the
I
whole
can hear it,
band.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly I want to say that without the Gummy Bear song, this
We
whole
would not
band
be
would
here.
thing.
Mhm.
So
Here.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you can throw it out as a cover or something in the future.
Good idea.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to.
yeah, I think so.
No, that's funny as fuck, man. Have you guys considered maybe putting out any like live material officially in the future?
Yeah, we hope to. We wanted to when we played at the Whiskey. We got there. We're like, hey, we have this. We talked to the sound man because we were planning on maybe releasing the full set on like maybe something physical or just like a song, but that's live. So we pulled up to the Whiskey with like a USB drive. We're like, sorry guys, we can't do it. Like, man, that kind of
Damn.
sucked.
It was one guy between you and like a live song.
Yep.
Yeah,
That sucks.
it sucked. It really did suck. Yeah.
And that was what was that whiskey show? Was that with Vexum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
July
Vexum
9th.
headlining?
Yeah, they were.
Nice.
Were they?
Yeah, they were headlining. Yeah, they were.
Cool. How was that show?
That was a surprising show. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty
I
awesome.
mean, yeah, it was a really cool show. I mean, I think I even a better turnout than we all had expected.
Yeah.
In the weeks of rehearsal leading up to that show,
Oh my god, dude, I forgot about
it was
that.
oh
fucking
my
hectic.
God,
Yeah,
it
because
was-
we've been recording for the Slasher songs before that, and I think we rehearsed a couple days before that show, and we were all shaking in our boots. We were like, dude, we haven't played a show in a long time, and we're only like have 2 days to rehearse, and we're playing at the Whiskey. We're like, oh, dude, we're screwed, man.
was it that one where like we were playing? I think we were again like we were practicing Deranged, and I think we were all just like so shaken up. We were just rushing the shit out of the song,
Yeah,
and it's just like, especially me, like I play too fast. You know, it's like so like I remember like we were just really scared on how we were gonna sound that night, but it ended up going really well. You know, and yeah.
We polished up a Motorhead cover the morning of.
Oh, that's what it
Morning
was.
of.
Our friend Nate flew in from Chicago,
yeah.
and we were like, dude, you gotta play whiskey with us. He never played a show. But we were just like, nah, you gotta play with us. And we were like, you know what, since Lemmy statue's right across, right down the street at the Rainbow, and, that's just like, we're in Hollywood, it's like we gotta play a Motorhead song. So yeah, we chose Overkill, and we learned it that morning.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. That's like the whiskey too. It's like fuck it, let's just like improvise some shit, I guess.
Yeah,
It's fun, man.
Hey, it turned out real good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
you
it
could hear
actually like work out?
Yeah, it worked
Yeah.
out awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, you could hear in like some of the videos I'm like mumbling, but I mean, it worked out.
That's awesome. Yeah, are you guys like all 21? Over
No,
21?
like all 16.
I just turned 17.
That's fucking crazy. So you guys can't get into like a ton of venues.
No, that's like the hardest part.
Is that like what's keeping you guys from like doing a lot of shows as well? Like you can't even.
Do you want to talk about your experience with like, I think you said the doll hut, like how you had to?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, there's been some experiences where I can't get into a show because I've played in some other local bands here in the scene that were older than me, and I just kind of filled in for guitar. And there's this one show in particular at the Doll Hut in Anaheim. That's a 21 and over. It's like a bar, and they're like, "Sorry, kid, you can't come in unless you're playing." I'm like, "I'm playing." And they're like, "Okay, then you're gonna have to stand outside when your band plays. Walk in and have your dad loading and out your gear." I was like, "What?" So I mean that sucked, and I just remember walking past the guy just standing inside the bar. They didn't really care. But I mean, there's been some other parts where like they won't let us in. But no,
That's
it's
so
not-
fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
They expect us to like I don't know, jump up and like drink all their beer or something. But I mean, we're just we're
Makes
just
me want to do it even more.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
get some of you guys have to wait like 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, I think it's like good now, I guess, to like write and really like just focus on that since like it's not worth dealing with all that bullshit, And
Right.
yeah, like it's like, it's cool to like represent the band in a scene and everything, but like music could go anywhere, Like it's all international now with Spotify and everything. So
Yeah.
there's a lot you guys can do with that. But that's fucking crazy, man. It's that's so insane. I thought you guys were maybe like 22, 21 youngest.
Yeah, no.
No.
Because like it's just it's crazy now. It's so easy to like make music and start a band nowadays. You know, you don't have to like hire all this shit. You don't have to like rent out a studio. You can like just do the shit on your own, like in your own room, your own house, which is like pretty cool, but it does have like downsides at the same
Yeah.
time because now there's like a million bands out there, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot to navigate. I fucking love the music you guys do. I'm looking forward to the album. Uh is there anything I missed in terms of like your future? What's planned ahead?
Tours.
Tours?
Yeah, we plan a tour next year. Uh, that's a bit nerve-wracking thinking about it because it's we always talk about it like, oh, when we get to tour and when we tour, but now it's actually like in the planning. So it's really cool. We finally get to like do stuff like this now.
Yeah. So what's like that look like? Have you guys like really fleshed that out?
Not completely. We're not the ones booking it. It's somebody else is booking that, but
Okay.
I mean,
And I
we
assume that's behind like that's kind of private information of like who the
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, as of right now, yeah. But I mean, all we've been preparing is like, how we're gonna be riding like in a truck. We're all just going in the back of a truck. We're just all going in the back of a truck and just following the band. So I mean, it's just gonna be stuff like that we're getting ready for. But we're not rushing anything.
That's awesome. Well, that's really exciting, man. And I'm on the East Coast, so I assume I won't be able to see you guys because no fucking bands ever come to Boston. But you never know. Maybe in the future I'll catch you guys. What's the best way to like keep in touch with the band and like learn about the music coming up in this tour that'll be announced?
Instagram.
Yeah,
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Instagram is always number one. TikTok is not really we don't focus too much on TikTok. That's kind of always like a back burner in a way. But Instagram and maybe our website when it's out, we're gonna be consistent on that.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Now is the album going to be called House on Haunted Hill?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that was the EP name. I wasn't sure if it was going to go over to the album. So that's
Yeah,
cool because I fuck with that name and I'm really excited for the record. And that will be out in the near far future. I'm pumped anyway. I'll look forward to maybe getting my hands on a CD, vinyl, cassette, whatever comes up. Thank you guys for being on the podcast. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much,
dude.
man.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm Brandon Battick, and this has been Disturbing the Priest.
It's death! I've just seen death!